Hello everybody, it's Johnny Vaughn Hollywood from ShockWave Studios. And there's something that I was looking at and thinking about, brought up to a few friends of mine, a few buddies of ShockWave Studios itself, because in October of this year, ShockWave Studios turns 5 years old. Yes, back in October of 2021, I decided to go full throttle and commit into making ShockWave Studios LLC and ShockWave Entertainment into a company, originally with the goal of production and filmmaking, and of course things had shifted throughout the years. 5 years is a short time, but also a long time to see how far that I have come, to see how far others around, friends of ShockWave Studios, have come. Of course, at the time that ShockWave Studios was started, we were still reeling from a lot of change around entertainment and in our lives. But when I created it, I had my goals in mind, and I am now nearing the end of my original 5-year plan, which it shifted quite a bit. When you're creating a company and when you're creating a project and a business plan, of course you think about the 5-year, 10-year, 15-year plan and so on and so forth. Little did I know that my plan would shift from a independent filmmaking perspective more towards the content creator and wrestling and sports perspective. With what I have been able to accomplish with our short films from the past, of course alongside with Nick Alexander over on the Scary Box, and then what we were able to do after that, what we continue to build, what I myself was able to build with the Blockbuster Boys here recently. But the biggest thing, the biggest accomplishment of ShockWave Studios over the previous few years has very clearly been, and continues to be, Shock Wrestling. When Shock Wrestling was first created, there was a little bit of turmoil behind the scenes. It's a very fascinating story that I hope to tell someday in a little Shock Wrestling documentary possibly. But it was me and Ace being driven to make content, and there was a lot of different things going on behind the scenes when it comes to others making content with us all not necessarily being on the same page with what we were trying to build, what we were trying to make, and of course consistency is key. It's very hard to rank a short film every single day. When it comes to formatting a show like Shock Wrestling, though, I hate to say a template is laid out for you. If you're doing a weekly show, it's simple as that. It's a weekly show. And of course, when we started, I chose to run Shock Wrestling all weeks of the year. No break weeks. Of course, at the time, myself and Ace had discussed switching from the live format over to a taped format for the weekly shows, and then, of course, eventually, after year one of Shock Wrestling, we switched over to doing a live format for the PLEs, or pay-per-views, at the end of the month. Of course, live on YouTube, typically at the end of every single month. Speaking of which, we are only a few days away from Shock Wrestling's Aftershock, and this year it is going to be huge. Last year was really an introduction to the Legacy era, but this year I believe this show is going to cement it as the true next generation of not only Shock Wrestling, but ShockWave Studios as a whole. There's a lot of content that both myself and Ace have planned for not only Shock Wrestling, but for ourselves. What are we trying to do? How are we trying to build up our branding and our self-branding, along with the backing of ShockWave Studios? Whether it comes to new avenues or new content, when I'm trying to build something similar to ShockWave Studios, like the Blockbuster Boys, it's really all about the belief of a rising tide raises all ships. Of course, all ships will be lifted when the ocean is high. And you know what that means to me? It means it's a pirate's life for me. I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean guy. That's why the whole ship thing means a lot to me. I like growing with people, and I plan on doing some special things in October for ShockWave Studios' 5th anniversary. I can't wait to figure out a way to celebrate it. I know Ace himself has a few fun ideas along with others, but I wanted to reach out to you guys and ask you guys, what do you think I should do for the celebration of 5 years of ShockWave Studios? Whether that be making a short film, or whether that be making a little brief history of documentary about Shock Wrestling. There's a lot of different ideas we have, but I wanted to reach out to you guys and see if you had any ideas or plans on how we could celebrate ShockWave Studios' 5th year. And with it being the 5th year, in my personal opinion, this has been the most successful year of ShockWave Studios' existence yet. I cannot wait to continue to grow ShockWave Studios, not only up to its 5th birthday, but of course continuing on deep and deep into the future. So thank you all for watching today's Johnny Vaughn Hollywood June video. I'm going to keep on making the content and keep on editing our big week of not only Aftershock, but the 3 go-home shows straight into 4th of July Fight Night on Saturday, the 4th of July. It's a super busy summer, not only across Shock Wrestling, but across ShockWave Studios as a whole. Keep an eye out for more content, and of course, go check out Shock Wrestling. Thank you all for watching today's Johnny Vaughn Hollywood video. I'll see you all in the next one. Good night, everybody!